Hey, and welcome back. My name is Carly with the Connected Collective, and today I want to talk to you guys about the signs that you're going through a quarter-life crisis. You know what? No big deal. We all go through them. It's fine. But these are the signs that you might be going through one right now. So the first sign that you're going through a quarter-life crisis is you might wake up with this pit of existential dread within inside of you. Every morning you wake up and you're like, you know what? Do I even have a purpose? What's even the point? Every day feels heavy. Every day feels like a chore. Suddenly, things are feeling really hard. That's sign number one. You feel like you have no purpose. That's like a lot of signs all in one. You feel like you have no purpose. You're feeling existential dread every day. Like, what the heck am I even doing here? What is the point? All of that crap that you don't really want to be feeling. But hey, you wake up, you're feeling that way. It might just be a sign you're going through a quarter-life crisis. So then, on top of all that existential dread, you're suddenly feeling like a lot of pressure to figure it out. You're like, well, there's got to be a point. I have to have a purpose. We got to figure it all out right now. Right now, I need to figure out what the heck is going on with my life. And there's just like so much pressure to figure it all out that you don't end up figuring out anything. You're so terrified, in fact, that you end up not making a decision at all. For me, that's what happened. Like, I had all these options laid out for me. Now I feel like I'm not in the camera. For me, I had all these options laid out in front of me, like all these possibilities, all of this stuff, and I was just like so terrified that I was gonna make the wrong decision and be stuck in a career for the rest of my life that I would never be able to get out of. Like, I don't know why we create these stories for ourselves. Like, if I make a decision to be, let's say, a doctor, I would never be a doctor. Anyway, if I make a decision to be a doctor, okay, that's a bad example because like when you do become a doctor, or like what it takes to become a doctor takes a really, really long time. Okay, other example, if I decide to become a hairstylist, there we go, that's way more in alignment with my story, because actually back then I was like, oh, I could be a hairstylist, like that would be like a good career for me, that'd be something I would enjoy. But I was so terrified of like spending the money to become a hairstylist that I didn't. I was just like, but what if I end up hating it? What if I don't like the school I'm going to? I was just like, all these like stories I create for myself, which is terrified of like, what if that's the wrong decision? So therefore I didn't make that decision at all. I was like, it's just easier to just like pretend like I don't know what I'm doing and just like, you know, say that I'm like figuring it out. I didn't even go that far. I was just like, I don't know what I want to be. Whatever. That's sign number 3. You're too terrified to make a decision, so you just don't do anything. Instead, you end up watching The Office for the 4th time. Who's counting? Okay, I've never done that. Never watched The Office more than one time through. Anyway, you're so terrified. You don't make a decision at all. That's another sign you're having a quarter-life crisis, and that's okay. Sometimes you do need the time to think about it. And it can be really scary making a decision about what you want to spend the rest of your life doing, but don't make it that big. It doesn't have to be that big, scary decision. It can be something small. Anyway, that's besides the point. Sign number 4 that you're going through a quarter-life crisis is that you do too many things to distract yourself from making a decision. And I'm all about distracting myself from making life decisions. Like I said, I have rewatched The Office multiple times, and I freaking love The Office. If you're ever having a crappy day, watch The Office. It's just so lighthearted and simple, easy to watch. Anyway, that's besides the point. If you're distracting yourself constantly from like what's going on in your life, and like things that you can do to distract yourself involve watching too much Netflix, like someone we know, I don't know who she is. Another way of distracting yourself is eating too much. I would constantly be binge eating and binge watching Netflix at the same time, eating way too many Doritos, Oreos, pick your favorite junk food, insert it here. I would eat too much and be watching way too much Netflix. Those are forms of distraction. Another thing I used to do was smoke too much weed. You guys know that. I used to smoke way too much weed as a form of distraction. And another one is obviously drinking. Pick your form of distraction. You guys know what it is. That's another sign that you might be going through a quarter-life crisis. Something isn't right, so therefore you're trying to distract yourself with all these beautiful vices that we use to feel better, but don't actually end up making us feel better. And then sign number 5 that you might be going through a quarter-life crisis is you're constantly comparing yourself to what other people are doing, how their lives are going, and suddenly you're feeling really, really bad, worse even, about your own life because you're comparing yourself to what other people are doing with their lives. For me, I was like feeling really guilty about not going to college, and I was seeing all my friends graduating college on Facebook, and I was feeling not good. So yeah, you'll spend a lot of time comparing yourself to other people's lives. You'll see them getting married, having babies, and suddenly you're like, am I behind? Am I doing enough? Am I good enough? Then you spiral into like all this crap. And that's another sign that you're in a quarter life crisis, is you're constantly comparing your life to where other people's are in their lives. And that's no bueno. It's a sign. Quarter life crisis. So those are the 5 signs. I hope those made sense. The 5 signs that you might be going through a quarter life crisis. There they are. Be aware. Once you know the signs you're in a quarter life crisis, you can begin to, like I said, move through the quarter life crisis. Get past that crap. We don't need it. But, you know, like I said, we all hit it eventually. Like I said, I feel like I'm going to hit it again. Hit it again. Sorry. I feel like I'm going to go through another quarter life crisis. Like I said, I'm not even 25 yet. I'm only 23 right now. And I feel like at least by 28, I'm sure I'll go through another one. And that's okay. It's okay to feel like, it's not okay to feel behind in your life, but it's okay to be like, what is the next step for me? I'm feeling a lull in my life. I'm feeling a little stuck. What could I possibly do to get out of this and to feel better and to start moving forward in my life? That is all I have for you guys today. I hope that it helped you realize that maybe you're going through a quarter life crisis. If you are, I actually created a 5-step guide to help get you through your quarter life crisis, and I'm really proud of it. So I'm going to leave a link down below. If you want to check that out, I would really appreciate it. I think it's really helpful and beneficial. I spent a lot of time on it, and I can guarantee these steps will help you get through your quarter life crisis as quick as possible. Because you deserve it, girl. You don't need to be stuck in your quarter life crisis for years like I did. Get yourself out. Get yourself out. You don't need it. Okay, anyway, now that I'm losing it, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.